Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Celeste, the mic ain't working. Is not working. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is wonderful to see so many family members, friends, faculty, and supporters gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. As we prepare to begin, we ask that you please be mindful of any open seats around you and move toward the center whenever possible. This will help ensure that all guests have a seat and an opportunity to enjoy the ceremony while celebrating their graduate. As we settle in, we kindly ask that you take a moment to silence your cell phones so that everyone can fully enjoy the ceremony. To help our videographers and photographers capture this special day, please keep the aisles clear and remain seated during the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. My name is Rosanna Ferretti. I am the Group Campus Director for HCI College, and I have the privilege of serving as your Master of Ceremony for this very special occasion today. It is my pleasure to officially welcome you to HCI College's 2025 and 2026 commencement ceremony. Today marks the culmination of hard work, dedication, and perseverance for our graduates. This achievement represents a goal realized, a dream fulfilled, and the beginning of an exciting new chapter. Throughout their journey, our students have balanced coursework, clinicals, externships, family responsibilities, and personal challenges while remaining focused on their future. We are incredibly proud of their accomplishments and grateful to the faculty, staff, family members, and friends who have supported and encouraged them along the way. Today, we celebrate not only what our graduates have achieved, but also the determination and resilience that brought them to this very moment. And now, without further ado, let us begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome the graduating class of 2025 and 2026. At this time, please direct your attention to the right side auditorium doors as we begin our processional. Leading the procession are the administrative staff and faculty of HCI College, led by our Chief Operating Officer, David Sheltman. Please join us in welcoming our associate degree in nursing and practical nursing graduates as they enter the auditorium, led by Director of Nursing, Elizabeth Sanchez. join us in welcoming our medical assistant graduates led by HCI College's Medical Assisting Program Director, Danielle Wood. Please join us in welcoming our veterinary assistant graduates as they enter the auditorium, led by HCI College's veterinary assistant faculty member, Laureline Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we honor our nation with the presentation of the national anthem. At this time, please welcome Carla Francis to the stage for a performance of the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wriggling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
Thank you, Ms. Francis. That was absolutely beautiful. It is my pleasure to now welcome HCI College nursing graduate Martha Fagley to the podium for our commencement blessing.
It works. On behalf of all gathered here today, we celebrate the accomplishment of our graduates and wish them every success as they take the next step in their journeys. Grant us the grace to make a positive difference wherever life may lead us. For those who will continue their education, grant not only knowledge in their chosen fields, but also the wisdom to apply it with purpose and compassion. For those entering the workforce, guide them to act with integrity, professionalism, and respect as they serve others. For those who will serve in the military, grant them courage, strength, and honor as they dedicate themselves to the service of our country and humanity. For all graduates and their families, may we contribute positively to our communities and be a source of encouragement and support to those whose lives we touch. Today, we celebrate the hard work, sacrifices, and perseverance that brought our graduates in this moment. May their accomplishments prove meaningful, their families be bright, and their opportunities abundant. We give thanks for this day and for all those who helped make it possible. Congrats, class of 2026 and 2025.
Thank you, Martha. Everybody, please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce HCI College's Chief Operating Officer and Group Campus President, Mr. David Sheltman, who will deliver the opening remarks.
Good morning, and thank you all for joining us on this extraordinary occasion. To the families, friends, and loved ones here today, your encouragement and support and belief in our graduates has been instrumental. Your contributions have played a very important role in their success. Graduates, today we celebrate your hard work, your perseverance, your dedication. Whether you're entering into a profession as a registered nurse, a practical nurse, a medical assistant, or a veterinary assistant, you have chosen a career path to devote your lives to serving others and making a difference. While today marks the completion of one chapter, it is also just the beginning of a new chapter. Your journey with the skills, knowledge, and skills that you have achieved and gained at HCI College will serve you well as you begin your careers and make a positive impact on the lives that you touch. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of HCI College, congratulations on your remarkable achievements. We are incredibly proud of you. We're honored to have been part of your journey, and we look forward to all that you will accomplish in the years ahead. Congratulations, class of 2025 and 2026. At this time, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our commencement speaker, Dr. Deborah Perrin-Davis, for her joining us today and sharing in this very special celebration. Through her leadership and service and contributions to our community, she has made a meaningful impact on the lives of many, and we are honored to have her here with us today. Dr. Perrin-Davis, on behalf of HCI College, would you please come and accept a token of our appreciation? Now, I'm going to ask that you please direct your attention to the screen for a brief video presentation. Following the video, it will be my pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Deborah Perrin-Davis as she delivers the remarks for the commencement address.
Above all else, we're committed to the care, improvement of human life.
One of the most important things, probably the most important thing, is the connection you have with the patient.
From the moment they walk in the door to the moment they leave, that everybody the patient interacts with or that is involved in their care truly cares about how things end up.
When we get our staff out into the community, we're better aligned with the patients that we serve. We are part of the community. Healthcare, although we're fortunate to be part of a large organization, is still really delivered at the local level.
I grew up in a family that supported their neighbors, and I think this relationship that we have here today is one about neighbors helping neighbors, and we're fortunate enough to be able to do that.
This is exactly what I feel like I was called to do. I feel like I was called to help other nurses see what they can be, that they're capable of great things more than they know, and just create a community, because that's what we need right now.
This is really a tight-knit team here. And in all the facilities that I've ever been to, you can tell everybody really has each other's back, and that doesn't end when the workday stops.
HCA to me is second to none as an employee and as a patient.
Good morning, friends, families, and most of all, the incredible HCI class of 2026. It is an absolute privilege to stand here with you today. Look around this room. Feel the energy in the air. This morning isn't just about celebrating the end of your studies. It's about celebrating the beginning of your calling. To the parents, partners, and families here today, thank you. You didn't take the exams, but you endured the stress and offered the quiet encouragement that made today possible. This milestone also belongs to you. Graduates, take a deep breath. You made it. You survived the grueling clinical rotations, the endless anatomy terms, and those practical exams where your hands were shaking so hard you weren't sure if you were taking a pulse or causing an earthquake. But today, the simulator mannequin can finally rest, and you are officially ready to step out of the classroom and into direct patient care. Entering into the healthcare profession is unlike any other field. You aren't just starting a career, you are accepting a profound social contract. But let's be completely honest for a moment. You are going to have some incredibly tough days. You will have days when you are running on a stale granola bar and pure adrenaline. Days when it feels like every piece of technology is malfunctioning, the documentation is overwhelming, and a patient is yelling at you because their apple juice isn't cold enough. And those exact moments when you are hiding in the break room or staring at the ceiling of your car in the parking lot wondering, why didn't I just major in marketing? You will need to remember why you got into this. As you progress through your career, your why will change. Mine certainly did. More than 30 years ago, I started my career as a patient care tech in a nursing home in a small farming community in Illinois. My why back then was simple and fierce. I wanted to be an advocate for my patients. I wanted to help someone else's worstest day, be the calm inside their storm, and make sure their voice was heard. We all have our stories. Remember yours. Over the decades, that path took me to places I never could have imagined. When I first started out, I worked for several large medical centers in trauma, cardiovascular ICU, and trauma resuscitation in Chicago and Washington, D.C. And eventually, someone saw leadership potential in me and asked me to try my hand at director of critical care. Now, all these years later, serving as a chief nursing officer, my why has evolved. I don't stand at the bedside every day anymore. Instead, my why is you. My purpose now is to advocate for our healthcare workers, to fight for you, to support you, and to make absolutely sure you have the resources, the safety, the tools that you need so you can successfully take care of your patients. My point is this. For many of you, your career is going to evolve in ways you cannot predict today. You have endless opportunities ahead of you. My advice to you is get uncomfortable. Do not run away from a challenge just because it feels new or big. Step into those open doors, Take advantage of the opportunities before you and watch how far your passion can take you. As you enter this fast-paced system, you will quickly realize how easy it is to treat patients like a checklist. Room 4 needs an IV change. Bed B needs a chart update. The system will pressure you to move fast. My challenge to you is resist the temptation to treat a patient like a task. Never let the technology, the paperwork, or the exhaustion obscure the human being in front of you. Listen to your patients, truly engage with them. You will learn so much from them, not just about their immediate healthcare issues, but about life, resiliency, and humility. And here's a practical tip for you when you walk into those patient rooms. Remember all those massive, complex medical terms you spent years memorizing? All that terminology rooted deeply in the Latin language, and you stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning studying? Forget about using them. No one's going to understand them anyway. If you walk into a room and tell someone they have acute rhinitis, they're going to panic. Just tell them they have a runny nose. Speak to them in plain human language. Smile. Sometimes you won't have the answer to everything, and that's okay. Sometimes your quiet, steady presence is more than enough to bring comfort to a terrified family. And if you don't have time to build that trust, let me share a secret with you. Evidence shows that making a meaningful connection with a patient takes under 60 seconds. In less than a single minute, looking someone in the eye, listening to them, and showing them that can dramatically decrease their stress and completely avoid unnecessary suffering. That's where the true healing really happens. As you find your footing in the door, I want to give you a piece of advice to protect both your patients and your license. Never, and I mean never, do anything you are uncomfortable with, untrained with, or unfamiliar with. The healthcare environment can be intense, and you might feel pressure to just wing it. Don't. Ask for advice. There are absolutely no shame in raising your hand and asking questions. In fact, the safest, most competent clinicians are always the ones asking the most questions. And above all, trust your gut. Your clinical intuition is a powerful tool, and it is usually right. If a chart looks fine, but something in your stomach tells you a patient just doesn't look right, listen to that feeling and voice it. Healthcare is constantly changing, and you must commit to being a lifelong learner. Over the years, I had to learn, implement, and adapt to many, many changes. Technology changes, protocols evolve, and the medicine you practice tomorrow will look very different from what you learned this year. So stay curious. Never decide that you know enough. In fact, to show you that it is never too late to learn, I went back to school and earned my doctorate at 56 years old. Commit yourself to being the kind professional you would want treating your own family. Be rigorous, be precise, hold yourself to a high standard, but also remember to extend that same care and compassion to yourselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Lean on each other. The bond you share with your fellow healthcare workers will be your greatest shield against burnout. And leaders like me will be right here behind you, backing you up. Class of 2026, the world needs your youth, your energy, and your dedication more than ever. You are entering in a field that requires the highest level of standards of both intellect and soul. As you walk across this stage on this beautiful morning, it's raining, do so with your head held high. You have proven you have the intellect to master the science. Now step out into our community, get uncomfortable, make those human connections, trust your intuition, stay curious, and practice the art. Be bold, be kind, be excellent. Congratulations, HCI Class of 2026. Go out there and heal the world.
Thank you, Dr. Perrin-Davis. Please welcome to the stage our Director of Nursing, Elizabeth Sanchez, who will be presenting the Florence Nightingale Pledge.
All right, nursing graduates, please rise for the Florence Nightingale Pledge. Now I want you to say this pledge with me and be nice and confident about it. This is your time to shine. Ready? I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work, and as a missioner of health, I will dedicate myself to devoted service to human welfare.
Nurses, please approach the stage to receive your pinning and degree. We will begin with our associate degree in nursing graduates, followed by our practical nursing graduates.
Martha Fagley. Pauline Verona Allen Bogle. Sabrina Florisma. Lee Cara Pinder. Tiffany A. Henderson. Tadia Parker. Kayla Morse. Ashley Luisius. Yomira Bedagon. Ruth Limage. Tatiana Jasmine. Tiffany Barnes. Erica Dunning. Taina Vicky Petitme. Janet Charles. Naf Darice Durand. Dominique Romulus. Petali Spence. Anne Wilby. Vanessa Beard. Jamie Alzida Hoke. Consuela Wiggins. Esther Thaddeus. La Martina Silencia.
Medical assistant graduates, please rise and approach the stage to receive your diploma.
Anaya Packer. Jasmine Moore. Adriana Pierre. Deasia Allen. Elijah Franklin. Shia Frierson. Aaliyah Plummer. Harmony Tobias. Yaritza Guzman. Melanie Melendez. Denasia Allen. Fantasia Bacon. Deshayla Miller. Jade Reckley. Yashika Hill. Belladina Forrest. Danelli Aristilde. Herlene Dorvalis. Esther Moreau. Arlene Nestor. Kayleen Martinez. Miriam Decius. Jamisha Jenkins. Ashaya Williams. Niamani Wells. Soraya Isaacs. Shanari McLeod. Kenzaria Green. Novelette Alvin Richards.
Veterinary Assistant graduates, please rise and approach the stage to receive your diploma.
Noelia Guzman Ortiz. Jade Fernandez. Chandria Nixon. Janet Lopez. Janeri Jennings. Mayuri Belin Wapaya. Anthony Herrera. Omari Pierre. Michelle Ponce. Karina Kuchma. Angela Salvetti. Sadasia Galvez. Daniel Cardona. Damian Pineda.
Please welcome HCI College's Vice President of Academic Affairs, Michelle Lambert, as she confers the diplomas and degrees upon our graduating class.
Thank you. Please join us in congratulating these graduates on their accomplishments with a round of applause. Okay. The moment you've all been waiting for. Graduates, please rise. Upon recommendation by the faculty and staff of HCI College, by the powers vested in me by the state of Florida, it is my pleasure to confer upon these students the diploma and degrees earned. Family, friends, faculty, and staff, I present to you the class of 2025 and 2026. You are now alumni of HCI College. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, please prepare for your final walk as HCI College graduates. We ask that our administration, faculty, and staff exit first, followed by graduates, one row at a time, beginning with the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause as our graduates exit.